Hello, 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 my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Can everyone hear me? Please confirm that you can hear me because we just had to stop the live session earlier, just 1 minute ago. Quite frankly, I'm fed up with YouTube. There are constant technical problems. If you can hear me, please tell me that you can hear me. Sergio, can you hear me? Yeah, the audio is fine. Thank you very much. Frankly, I'm so fed up with their nonsense. It's really starting to piss me off hardcore, like seriously. I probably should not even be doing this live. It just sort of pisses me off so much. I'm tired of this. They really need to get their stuff together. Either way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope everyone is well. If you're here, as always, please kindly put a like. And as always, before we commence, here's a link to my Patreon private group. If you want to join, it will also be in the description of this video and in the comment section once we're done with this live. If you're here, please kindly say hello in the chat. Once we talk about the market a little bit, I'll answer everyone and say hello. As always, currently XRP is hovering around 50 cents, 49 to 50 cents. And Bitcoin is stuck at in the same range it's been stuck in for months. And Ethereum is stuck in the same range. Nothing has been happening in the market despite the recent movements that we had. There are people out there with large followings in the XRP community who base their predictions on technical analysis, predicting that basically XRP is about to head to $10. I personally don't have any problem whatsoever with a $10 prediction for XRP. Excuse me, as it means simply that XRP would do what Bitcoin and Ethereum have done in the past, in the last cycle. And both coins did that percentage-wise with bigger market caps than XRP. So XRP would be playing catch-up, and therefore the price target is very realistic. It's one of the biggest and most recognized blue chips out there. I myself personally expect anywhere from $7 to $13 in the euphoria stage. And in case my price target does not hit, I'll be using trailing take profits to make sure I get out in the profit. The only problem that I have with $10 price prediction for XRP is that apparently, from what I'm seeing, it's being told to the XRP community that it's going to happen soon, that it's going to happen this year. And I'm afraid that's once again building up a lot of people in the XRP community for disappointment. I do not believe that XRP is going to $10 in this year. I do not believe it's going to $10 soon. And I believe it's very important to be realistic because these constant price predictions and timeframes that keep failing make people angry and disappointed, and they lose interest in basically coins when their interest should be peaked. Right now, your interest should be peaked here, and if we crash much lower, your interest should be peaked because currently some coins are in the accumulation phase, and if we go much lower, many coins will be in the accumulation phase. Some of them have left the accumulation phase, but some are still in the accumulation phase, and it can dollar cost average at new lows, and with some coins at current prices, depending on which coin we're talking about. So your interest should be peaked right now, right? And that's the only issue that I have is that people use such titles that XRP going to $10 soon or XRP going to $10 in 2023 is basically was something that people do to get engagement and monetize their videos and get basically more hype for whatever product they're selling out there. I personally would warn you against it. Don't expect anything mind blowing to happen this year, and just let the market develop. Eventually, I believe the XRP will pump very well with the rest of the market in a euphoria phase. XRP has always moved only with the rest of the market and has never moved on its own. I also want to talk about basically an important aspect. Today, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but if you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw today me retweeting tweets, just trying to get a few points across. When I do this stuff, I don't do it to rub in the fact that I was right about something in a cycle. I do it always. Can you guys still hear me? Because I think my AirPods may be connected to the phone, but I just disconnected them. Can you hear me? Please write yes if you can hear me. Can you hear me, my friends? Yes, Darcy, thank you. Thank you very much. Sergio, thank you, brother. All right, so basically I was retweeting very simple things. For example, let's look at the first one that I was referring to. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So basically, on 30th of March, 2021, I tweeted this thing from my old profile. The tweet read, this time is different tweets are back again. Influencers are saying that Bitcoin will not crash 70 to 90% again once the top is in. There's always a new reason why, and it's always crashed hard. Some people never learn. So back then we had the narrative that Bitcoin is not going to crash 70, 80, and 90% on average, and that altcoins are not going to crash more. Fast forward to 2023. If you're a patient member, you know that we got entries after a roughly 70% crash, entries after roughly an 80% crash for Bitcoin, and the 90% crash we never got. But we have sideline money there with an entry in case it does go there. In case Bitcoin does go below 10K, we're going to be dollar cost averaging there. And as predicted earlier, also that many altcoins nuked more than that. That currently their altcoins are down 95, 97, 99%. So the point being, why I remind you of this, right? It's very important currently not to be down. And remember this, just like I said there back then when the top was near, predicting, like the other tweet is me predicting $68,000 Bitcoin top roughly. I kept saying that this time is not different, that this time we are going to crash hard once the market has stopped. And right now in this basically boring, difficult time for many in this market, I want to remind that also this boring, difficult time is going to end, right? It's also is going to come to an end. Bear market is not going to last forever. It's going to end. Yes, it's possible that we're going to have crashes. Yes, it's possible that we're going to see new lows. Yes, it's possible that we're going to get more great entries despite us already having great entries that we're holding and not selling and waiting for your face to sell in. But it does not change the fact that it's going to end sooner or later, and sooner or later that many coins are going to take off hard. So it's very important to keep all of this stuff in mind, because people lose focus, right? They start forgetting, like they get depressed about the XRP price, they get depressed about Bitcoin price, they get depressed about the Ethereum price, whatever coin that you're holding, like Doge maybe. It's very important to remember that many of these coins will bump in a euphoria phase, and all that you have to do is wait for massive crashes, buy, and then diversify it, just because some coins will not deliver, some will deliver okay, and some coins will deliver exceptionally well and pump to the moon, so to speak, right? So just something that I wanted to remind you. And also just please keep in mind that once this cycle is coming to its end, right, like in somewhere in the transition of the end of 2024 to mid 2025, probably, if the roughly markets move the same way they've always moved, it's very important to remember that the market will crash once again. Which is why we're going to be taking profits and setting trailing take profits for every single coin that we have. Another thing that I want to talk about, right? I retweeted this thing from where is it? From Brad Garlinghouse. He tweeted also on 30th March 2021. He tweeted this news about basically it reads thrilled to finally announce this one. Combining Triangle's APAC footprint with RippleNet will create an even better experience for customers who can take advantage of both ODL and line of credit. So basically, another use case in the utility for XRP. Back then, the price in 2021 was at 50 cents. Currently, the price of in 2023, and we're transitioning into 2024. We're only 3 months away from 2024. Is still at 50 cents, right? So proof that adoption in utility does not influence the price. This is pure proof of that, right? And no matter what anybody tells you out there, this is just proof. This is a fact, right? That back then the price was roughly 50 cents. It's still roughly 50 cents now. And as we spoke about earlier, adoption in utility does not matter in the current market conditions. Maybe if the market is completely restructured and destroyed by regulations, it will matter. But until then, it does not matter whatsoever. Remember that it's very important to currently not be down and be positive that you're getting coins at discounts. Be positive of the fact that we can buy these coins, many of them, at such huge discounts. Yes, of course, we're going to be There's going to be a time when we're going to be holding coins, and let's say we bought after, I don't know, a 90% crash, and then they can follow that 70% crash, and you hold, right? You hold through these times. That's when you actually hold, not after huge bumps. You hold and you wait, and then the market starts making higher highs and higher lows. And some of these coins, they can take off incredibly hard and drag up your portfolio, and you make great and fantastic profits as long as you sell, as long as you're not greedy, as long as you remember that this time is not different, that institutions are not coming, that adoption is not coming. One of the things that I retweeted today, and the guy deleted the tweet, I don't know, maybe you saw that on Twitter, was me retweeting the tweet where he basically told me when I was calling that, when I said basically I think that around 68K, the top is either in or very close. I basically sold like 80% of my Bitcoin at 57K or something like that, and I said that's it. I believe we're about to like crash 70, 80, and 90%. And he told me that OGs, referring to me, are not taking into consideration the fact that there's adoption and that institutions are flooding in. And he said that we'll never see $32,000 again. We saw $32,000, as you're aware of that, and institutional adoption and just adoption institutions flooding in did not stop the price of Bitcoin nuking 70 and 80% so far. And potentially it might go down as much as roughly 90%. But we already got the 70% entry, roughly, and roughly the 80% entry. So I retweeted that simply, once again, not to remind the guy that I'm better than him or that he called something wrong. The whole point of that was that hoping maybe that people like him who believe that stuff will learn, that will get some kind of reality check and be reminded that reality is that it did happen. And then you had another guy commenting, basically saying that Bitcoin has never gone below 20K, below its last top ever in history. If you're saying that that's the case, it's going to go below 20K. That has never happened, so it's not going to happen. I told him, like, that's a narrative. I don't think that it's important that it's never happened before. I stick to percentages as my number one metric, and based on percentages, to me, it looks like Bitcoin is going under 20K, and it happened, right? The guy also deleted that tweet. So the point I'm trying to make is, like, instead of getting insulted and deleting tweets, right, and instead of trying to win a Twitter argument, concentrate on making money, concentrate on what's working, and concentrate on what's not working. If you, for example, made mistakes, I have made my share of mistakes before learning and becoming a profitable investor. Learn, right? Go with what works. If you're one of these people who thought that utility and institutions will save you and let the market crash, I hope maybe this time around you learn, because if you haven't, you will be taught another lesson once again in this cycle. I hope you learned that lesson, and I hope that this time around you will take heavy profits and set trending take profits for every single coin and fully get out and not rotate profits until huge massive crashes and ignore further pops. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Currently there's a bounce going on in the market. Once again, all the traders are bickering. Whenever the market drops, bears start making fun of bulls and vice versa. Now the market went up, bulls are making fun of bears, and it's nonstop. The truth of the matter is that Bitcoin is still in the same range it's been in for many months now. So nothing has happened, yet there's so much noise, right? So much emotion, rampant emotion as always, right? The truth of the matter is nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. The price hasn't dropped hard enough for us to add to our bags because we already bought much lower, and the price hasn't pumped enough for us to start selling our bags. Once it's up enough, we'll start selling and selling, truly take profits and get out of the market. The truth of the matter is that Bitcoin is back at what, $27,200. A price has been at just recently. The important part, the only thing that we have to look at Bitcoin is that the higher low of Bitcoin is holding, and as long as that holds, bullish momentum is maintained, and bulls are in control. If the higher low is lost of Bitcoin, we're going to crash hard, and we're most probably going to see new lows and more of our entries hit. But so far, there's nothing to suggest that, because the higher low is holding. So the technical proof is that higher highs and higher lows are being built on the macro, and bulls are in control. We have to watch that higher low. As long as the higher low holds well. If that higher low is lost, historically, Bitcoin has crashed at least 72% from the top if that happened. So you can imagine what kind of crash will be coming. Nothing to be afraid of. If that happens, the news will be terrible, aimed at scaring you making sure that you don't buy, making sure that you stay away from these wonderful entries, making sure that you feel like you're an idiot for buying and this is a terrible time to buy. It will be depression 2.0 narrative, recession narratives, that this is the end of crypto, Bitcoin is going to zero, that regulations are going to destroy the crypto space, that basically, I don't know, the SEC is coming after, I don't know, 10,000 coins. Basically, I think the worst news you can possibly think of, Binance going down, Coinbase dying, whatever, right? Some, I don't know, God forbid, CZ Binance getting arrested. Basically, you get the point. And what I'm trying to say is that some really hardcore news that are going to have you question your entire plan, that are going to make you think like, oh my God, I should not follow the millionaire spreadsheet anymore. I should not be buying at new lows. I'm investing my money into something really stupid, into crypto, because it's going to zero, right? That's what you're going to be thinking. And that's exactly when you know that you should be buying at new lows. And if that happens, I promise you that whatever narrative is going to be out there, be it, I don't know, USDT collapsing, stable coins going to hell, whatever. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be, but whatever it is, I promise that it's going to be effective if it happens. And I promise you that emotionally you'll be thinking that you should not buy. And I'm here to remind you, and I'll be there to remind you once again that mentally you should be, that your mental control should take over your emotions. And that is the perfect time to buy, when you're scared and you feel like it's not a good time to buy. That's when you buy. Don't forget, when we're accumulating and buying, for example, when Bitcoin was in accumulation phase, it was the FTX collapse. People were saying that it's the end of crypto, and we had all this terrible, terrible news and articles. Perfect time to buy. Those entries are now in profit. So keep that in mind. Facts over emotions, my friends. Always keep that in mind. If you're here, please kindly put a like. I would really appreciate a like. So what I can say, right, currently, ignore all the noise, ignore all the news articles, stick to percentages, right? Simply always check the millionaire spreadsheet. Is the entry hit? If the entry is hit, execute an entry. If you already bought there, do not buy there once again. If an entry is not hit, you do nothing. You wait. You wait for the market to either give you new lows to buy, or you wait for it to pump hard enough to start selling or setting trading fake profits. That's it. That's all we got to do, right? Ignore the noise. Ignore the noise. There's going to be noise nonstop. This noise and all these news articles and these tweets and these videos and all this technical analysis and all this wonderful, wonderful stuff really messes with your mind. It messes with your mind to the point where you get emotional and you start making emotional decisions. Emotional decisions are very poor decisions. All you got to do is just be patient, buy after massive crashes, dollar cost average and diversify at new lows, and wait, and then start selling without being greedy and trying to chase at the top. Don't try to buy the bottom. Don't try to sell the top. That's one of the also reasons why people get burned. Just buy low and sell high, buy very low and sell very high. All that's truly required in this game. Yeah, I hope I covered everything I can possibly cover. Remember that currently Bitcoin is not in the accumulation phase, Ethereum is not in the accumulation phase, XRP is not in the accumulation phase. Many coins out there are not in the accumulation phase because we bought them much lower and they currently bounce pretty well. If we see new lows, we'll be buying them again. As I've mentioned several times, and I keep mentioning, if you really want to buy some coins that are currently in the accumulation phase, at least I believe they can, 50 to 100x profits, go join the $99 tier and get the coins there. Throw small amounts of money at these coins. Some of these coins are going to blast off very hard in a euphoria phase. Some of them will go to zero. But the important fact is that the ones that do pump very hard are going to really, really increase our portfolios and deliver huge profits. Of course, they're going to be losers. You cannot win with every single trade. You cannot win with every single investment, with every single gamble. With like the best footballers are not going to score every single goal. So you have to be realistic, understand that many coins are going to go to zero and do nothing, but the coins that go crazy and pump very hard are the coins that are going to change your life and give you life-changing profits, right? Remember that perfection is a lie. Nobody's perfect in this life. Remember that your performance is not going to be perfect, and the important part is just to make sure that, statistically speaking, when it comes to probabilities, your method is built in a way that you still come out the winner and make crazy profits. All right, Sergio Azevedo, hello, my friend. Darcy, good to see you here. Vladimir Todorov, good to see you here. Juanito, good to see you, brother. Sergio is saying, have a nice day, by the way. Thank you, my friend. Have a wonderful day, too. XFP Hard 589 is saying, here up. Hi there, brother. How are you? Jimmy Penny is here. I know that you're a Patreon member, brother. I know your name well. It's good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Bob Larson is saying, I like your shirt. Yes, thank you, my friend. We just got it today. Actually, my wife insisted that we buy it. We're in the Dubai Mall, and we went to Tommy Hilfiger. And yeah, my wife liked it, so we bought it. Thank you. Martin Groen is saying, higher up. Hi there, brother. Oh, my friend Gab Bonito is here. Good to see you. Saying, what's up, brother? How are you doing? I still have my Air Max sneakers. I think it will be time to run. End of the year, if we go parabolic from here. Good job, my friend. I know exactly what you're referring to, so thank you for the laugh. I appreciate it. Adrian Misling is saying, higher up. Thanks for the list you posted today in the $99 tier. Adrian, cheers, brother. Thank you for being part of the journey. And I can't wait for the euphoria phase because we're going to make some insane profits. Look forward to that phase of the market. International Crypto Asset Ninja is here saying, good to see you, Rob. Sounds loud and clear now. All is good. How are you today, my friend? I'm very well, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you for confirming that the sound is good. He goes on to say, just sipping some cold brew, catching up on news, and happy to hang out with the UAT out. Absolutely. The main thing why I do this is actually because I enjoy doing this. I come on here, and they're usually more often than not the same people who join the lives, and it's like you're having a good time with like-minded people discussing what the market is doing, right? So yeah, I love what I do. I love crypto. I love my job. So And Greg Brown TV saying, I've been holding a SRP for 4 years and nothing has happened. We won the lawsuit and had a baby pump and back to where we started. Greg Brown TV, 4 years you've been holding. So in that 4 years, you should have caught like a roughly 2,000% pump. 2,000% is not nothing, my friend. But I do get your point. It should have been bigger because historically SRP pumps more than Ethereum, Ethereum pumps more than Bitcoin. And Bitcoin pumped 2,000%, Ethereum pumped 5,000%, and SRP only 2,000%, where it was supposed to do more than 5,000%. But, I believe that this time around, XRP's chances of doing that are much higher because the most important part is, basically when we had the lawsuit win, I said that we have so many news that are saying that SRP is about to $10, and I said that I don't think that's going to happen. I think when it retraces back to the 51 cent to the 59 cent zone, that's where we are right now. We're at 50 cents. And I said, but what happened is very important because it's not only a big win for Ripple, it's also a very big win for the entire crypto space. And that's a fact. The most wonderful thing about it, though, why it's such a big deal, is because XRP was either relisted on exchange that delisted it or listed for the first time on exchanges like Gemini. Very important because now tens of millions of people, and at a certain point in the PQ4 phase, when more newcomers come in, like hundreds of millions of people are going to have access to a coin that they did not have access to before because it was delisted from places like Coinbase, that is the most popular crypto exchange in the US. With the biggest economy in the world, right? With the biggest consumer economy in the world. So these people do not have access to XRP before in the last cycle because it wasn't available for them to buy easily. Now they can easily buy. All these people can easily click the buy button when everything is pumping like crazy in the euphoria stage. And that's exactly what they will do. That's what people have always done emotionally when everything's pumping, going crazy. Newcomers flood in, start buying iron bags, service extra liquidity, keep pumping coins like crazy after they've already pumped like crazy. The way it's always been, the way it's always going to be in speculative markets. So, back like the way euphoria phase works is that people buy everything they can possibly buy. If you can click green button to buy it, they'll buy. They'll buy NFTs, they'll buy meme coins, they'll buy utility coins, they'll buy privacy coins, they'll buy stocks, they'll buy gold, they'll buy everything they can possibly buy. And then when everything is going poorly and everything's crashing hard, if you look at basically Google Trends and interest in Bitcoin and crypto research, 90% lose interest, they go away. They don't accumulate when they're supposed to accumulate. They start selling a lot of stuff that they can possibly sell, pressing the red button, see red candle, press red button, see green candle, press green button. That's unfortunately, the sad reality with the majority of retail investors and traders in the space. So, yeah. Irish Red Crypto is here. Good to see you, brother. He's saying, hey, Rob, hope all is good. XRP to $5 plus this year, Q1 2024. I'm confident this will happen. Cheers, brother. I don't think that XRP is going to go to $5 plus this year / to Q1 2024. I hope dearly that I'm wrong because, as I mentioned, I do hold what I consider to be a lot of XRP. I hold it because I believe that eventually in a warrior phase, XRP is going to pump very well with the rest of the market and deliver fantastic gains. So I am a part of the XRP community. I'm a believer in the great gains for XRP, and I believe that eventually the pumps will come, and I believe that eventually we'll make a very nice steady profit of XRP. I believe that will be a good performer. I'm diversified into it. The only thing is that the time frame seems a little bit off to me. You know what? What can I say? If I'm wrong, I make money faster. That's all I can say about it. I hope you're right. Oh, my friend Belly Chavez was a member, is saying, "Hi, Rob, member here." I know, my friend. Good to see you here. She's saying, "Hope you are having an amazing day. Thanks for your honesty and keeping your integrity in this space." Thank you. I really appreciate it, Belly. Always come in with a kind word. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Darcy saying, "I'm praying for new lows, please." Darcy, me too. Like, a lot of people don't understand it. Like, the market doesn't care what we want, and either way, whatever happens at this point, we're going to do well because we have so many bags that we accumulated after major crashes. So if the market goes up and keeps building higher highs and higher lows, we're going to make a tidy sum either way. We're going to have very nice exits and great, fantastic profits. But the problem that not the problem. Like, if you ask me what I want, although it doesn't matter because the market doesn't care what I want new lows, right? Yes, it will scare a lot of people. A lot of people disappear because that means that the market cycle would extend. But the reason I want it is, for example, if you're on Patreon, you know that we only have one entry with Ethereum, for example. I would personally love to see another 2 entries at least, and preferably I would love to see all those entries filled, right? So that means that we would need to see below like $900 in new lows. So yeah, that's that. But once again, it doesn't matter what I want. Currently, the market is making higher highs and higher lows, and as long as those higher lows hold, prices will keep going up. If a higher low in the macro is lost, then we're going to most probably get our new lows. Paul Jones is saying, "Good evening, Rob." Good evening, Paul. Digital Diesel is saying, purchasing the $99 program today, Rob. Digital Diesel, awesome. Welcome to the Patreon, brother. If you have any questions on Patreon, you can always DM me. If you need help with something, finding something, if you need an explanation about something, always DM me, and I'll get back to you. Irish Red Crypto saying, "P.S. I hope your daughter is doing good. I had an incident with my son when he was 2 and scariest stuff from Ireland." Thank you, Irish Red Crypto. We appreciate that, brother. Yes, my daughter is well now. Everything is much better. Of course, when your child is ill, it's very unpleasant. And I'm sorry that you had an incident like that with your son. I hope that he is well. I wish him very well. I wish him the best of health. Hope he's doing well, brother. All the best to you and your family. Oh, my friend William is here. William, as I keep mentioning very often, William is a friend that I made here in Dubai. We've met. I hope to see you here in Dubai once again. He's saying, "Good evening, Rob. Thanks for the 100x list today. Hopefully your princess is okay." You're welcome, my friend. And also, yeah, she's much better. Thank you very much. My little princess as well. We're all home safely, no problem. Crisis averted. Thank you. Say hi to Catherine for me, my friend. So yeah, all right. We're nearly 30 minutes in, my friends. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer a few questions if you have any. Very important to remember, please, just because we balance and the market is green, please stick to the rules. I hope nobody's following. I hope nobody is buying. We do not force entries, my friends. Remember, we do not force entries. The entries are in the Melia spreadsheet. We only buy those entries. If those entries are never seen, we do not add. We only add at new lows. We already have fantastic entries, so there's no reason for us to experience FOMO, fear of missing out, because we're not missing out. We already have wonderful entries that would deserve with patience and believe in our system. Crashes that we got after 70, 80, 90, 95, and 99% crashes. Some of those entries on certain coins are not going to do well and go to zero, but many of those entries are going to pump incredibly hard and deliver amazing gains, which is why we're diversified with equal amounts of money without favoring one coin over another. So all we got to do is be patient, my friends. Once again, I cannot strongly say this strongly enough. Do not force entries. What has really made me money in this market, what has really saved me in this market, is that I only dollar cost average at new lows, making sure that there's a good dollar valuation difference between the entries. I cannot stress this enough how much this has saved me and helped me make money in this market. Because if you stick to that system, once the market recovers, you're either only starting to break even, right? If you're buying randomly and not buying at new lows. But if you've been buying it in lows, you really bring down your average, and your average is so low that while people are only recovering their losses and are barely in profit, you're already in decent and good profit or very good profit. This is why it's so important to stick to this rule. Yes, it means that with some entries we're going to miss out, but that has always been the case right from the get-go. I told you, do not expect perfection from yourself or from me or from anybody. We're human beings. We're not perfect. We're imperfect. You cannot expect every single entry to hit. You cannot expect every single sell target to hit. All we need to do is diversify, buy low, sell high, buy a very low, sell very high, make life-changing money. That's it. Darcy, did I not see you tweet today, Rob, that 99 is now 49? Darcy, did I might have retweeted something without paying attention fast. It was 49 at one point, but no. Maybe I retweeted something. Darcy, I'm sorry. Maybe I was like, going through something fast. I'll see what I retweeted. My bad. Darcy, thank you for pointing that out, Darcy. I'll check it out. International Crypto Asset Ninja saying, I was having a chat with my friends. They are heartened to know what Rob does, passionately telling the unpopular truths, often to keep people reminding of the scams, greed, fear, mistakes to avoid. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, I would say that very often making money in this game, making money in crypto, very often you have to be the bearer of bad news or unpopular opinions. Like if you follow me on Twitter, you can go follow my old account. I retweet some tweets from there because currency has become active again. I've been able to use it. Unfortunately, back then I was young and stupid, so I would swear a lot and be a little bit crazy with my jokes. So excuse me for that. And now that I'm a father and grown up, I've really changed as a person. But if you if you take that aside and you simply look at the predictions and whatnot, you'll see that they were very much on point. And you will see the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm not always like it seems some people tell me, Rob, you're so annoying, you're permanently a bear, you're too realistic. I'm not always like that, you know what I mean? You'll see that basically when it's time to be excited, and when I see that basically the current market conditions permit for me to be excited and point out the bullishness and say things, for example, like for example, back in that month of April during the bull market when there were dips, everybody's turning bearish. I was saying it doesn't matter. April is going to be very bullish. Send it. Coins are going to pump very hard. Bullish rockets, stuff like I just woke up. I don't see any rockets on my feed. Everybody's super bearish, muting everybody. Rocket emojis, rockets. And then what do you know? Coins rocket up like crazy, right? So the point I'm trying to make is I don't try to be annoying. I don't try to be, I don't know, negative people call it. I'm simply realistic, and I simply go with the flow of the market, I guess. International Crypto Asset Manager goes on to say, looking forward to celebrate Rob when we do exit with handsome profits in the euphoria phase. Absolutely, my friend. I've mentioned this before. We'll see whether we'll either do it in Dubai or in Switzerland. But once the cycle is over, I'll definitely be throwing together a crypto coins crew event. We'll rent out, like a hall in one of the nice hotels, maybe like Four Seasons. Get together, champagne, and like food on me. We have a lot of members on Crypto Coins crew, so I hope at least like 500 people will show up, hopefully, and we'll celebrate for sure. I promise you that for sure. All right, my friends, it's been 33 minutes. I really appreciate your time. Please kindly put a like while you're here. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you, Patreon members. I'll catch you on Patreon. If you have any questions, always send me a DM. And everybody else, I'll catch you on Twitter. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining.